today, I just want to talk a little bit more about our launch SOP, right? And why is it such a beautiful symphony of strategy, all coming together from product research all the way to your launch, as well as how does it affect your long-term profitability of your brand, right? I think this is a pretty important topic, right? At least this will give you a look ahead, right? If you're still doing your product research and you're launching your first product, this will give you actually a look ahead on how does the entire Amazon game actually looks like from a very strategic launching point of view. Okay, so I hope you guys are excited. I am. So let's get going with some screen share, and I'm just going to go through some salient points, right, about the deck. This deck is prepared by Blair, Chelsea, and a team, right? So thank you so much, right? And there's some really important points that I think, right, that most of us need to grasp, right, especially at product research, so that you can have this future foresight into how a successful launch that we advocate will look like. Okay, so whatever you hear, right, in this call right now, right, this is a closely guarded secret that we have to ensure our success for the long run. And it's basically the answer to the question of how can these guys keep launching so many products at Amazon with such a high degree of accuracy and high degree of success consistently year in and year out. Okay, so basically this is the secret sauce, right? And everything boils back to how Amazon create their search engine, which is the foundation of how we plan our launch. And that is why we would extend it down all the way to product research, correct? We go deep into the keywords first. And that's really our strength. We look at the keywords and then we decide the products to whether are they good to launch or not. And keyword is just one factor, right, of our many criteria in our product research funnel. Okay, but if you ask me, keywords, I think, is like the foundation of our product research methodology. I think they form at least 75% or 80% of the decision making in your products. All right, and the market dominator will tell you exactly whether to go or not. Okay, so I hope you guys are excited. I am. I'm really excited to share with you the proven PPC launch SOP, right? And why do I say proven? Because we have really done this exact same SOP again and again, and in different niches, in different marketplace on Amazon, right? Amazon Marketplace, all across the board. We tested in kitchen, we tested in pets, we tested it in what else? The decor. We tested it in. Now we are soon launching the oat milk brand, right? So this applies for all Amazon products, basically, right? And Amazon, if you have recently checked the statistics, is still the largest e-commerce marketplace in the world, especially the Western world, right? They're the biggest in US, in Canada, in Mexico, in the UK, in Germany, France, Italy, Japan, Australia. Singapore, not yet. Singapore, they are number 3, right? But I believe maybe over time they may catch up. What else? Yeah, basically, majority of the world, they are on Amazon. Okay, so if you really want to find success, and I believe all of you are here to find success in your own launch of your Amazon products, right? You need to be on Amazon. That is like a no-brainer, right? So comparing to Amazon, right? Anyway, this is a little off topic, right? I think it's important to share this as well, especially if you have some experience, right, launching products outside of e-commerce, right, in the retail store, right? Can you imagine? You have to be a big brand, probably a big national brand, to even get shelf space in the retail store, right? So let's switch our brain to the US market side of things. That's like Walmart, Target, Costco, right? How do you get your products into those retail space? Tough, right? First thing first, I think you have to pay the shelf space. That's the bare minimum entry. And nowadays, it's not just enough to just pay your way to show on the shelf space. They are also asking, do you have any existing results? Do you have any proven sales to justify us bringing your products into, let's say, Walmart, right? They want to see sales record as well. They don't just accept any brand to come into their Walmart space, right? And to do that, it's going to be tough, right? You have to sell somewhere else. And that's usually e-commerce platform first. You prove your sales through e-commerce. So this also is a very viable first step to global domination, if you ask me. If you can prove to Walmart or even Costco that you have sales from e-commerce, there's demand. There's proof of demand, right? That's the thing that they love to hear. There's proof of demand. Customers love our products. And if you don't put our products on your shelf, you're missing out, Walmart. Mr. Walmart, right? You need us to grow your sales. And that's what they like to hear, okay? And on top of that, they're still charging you shelf space to appear, right? Bare minimum, $10,000. And that's like the lowest quality shelf space, the lowest bottom rank, right? You can go up to $200,000 for the middle rank, or up to $1 million in a certain category like cereal, right? You know, the cereal breakfast cereal category. To get the eye level, or they call it the golden level opportunity, the brands have to pay at least $1 million for a year to appear on that middle slot, right? That's crazy, okay? So anyway, digress a little bit. Going back here, right? How can we use this PPC SOP that has launched, or should I say earn us at least the #1 new release, right? We're not so greedy. We don't talk about numbers yet. We just talk about #1 new release batch within actually the first week. Okay, so show of hands here, right? How many of you have seen this batch here before? The #1 new release. And I mean, okay, let's see. Who have seen this before? Show your hands, show your hands. Or just give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up if you have seen this before. Okay.
I will see it in December when I launch my first product.
Yeah, you will, right? You will. And you guys will see this, okay? If you follow this system that we have created, the SOP, this is normal, all right? You should see this. Okay, good. I see a few thumbs up. Thank you. Right. Then the next question is, do you know what does this mean? Yes, you may have seen it, and it's something good, definitely, #1 new release. But what does it really mean on Amazon? Anyone want to give a guess?
You've crushed it and sold a whole bunch.
I mean, yes, that's partly true. You have crushed it very early on and sold a whole bunch.
And the reviews are coming in, and they are more than 5 stars.
Okay, that's a great contribution, which I think is still true, right? But let's go back to Amazon, right? How do Amazon quantify that this guy deserves this #1 new release badge? How do you earn this, basically? What's the criteria that Amazon looks at to award you with this badge here?
I thought it was BSR.
BSR? Okay, we're getting a little closer now. Okay, so it's something to do with BSR, you're right. So let's go to Amazon, right? And very, very quickly, we see. So let's say this sports and outdoor. Okay, there we go. Let's just click one of my products here. So I think this is very familiar with all of us. We can always scroll down to the technical side of things, and then we see, right, the BSR, best seller rank. Okay, so how Amazon awards you with the #1 new release is they don't look at your main category. They look at your subcategory here. Do you realize there's 2 ladders that you're fighting with? #1 is the main category, the sports and outdoor. The second category is in camping, cooking utensils, right? And I click on this. So it gives me this, the best seller in camping, cooking utensils, all right? So in most categories, right, or should I say in most subcategories, Amazon split it up into, first thing first, the main category, and then the individual subcategory. And inside each subcategory like this, camping, cooking, utensil, Amazon split it up even further into these 3 parts: new release, most wished, and gift ideas. Okay, so there's a tree right now, right? A hierarchy tree that comes down. So how do you get #1 new release? It's not just sell very well, but it's basically you have to appear in a new release here on this ladder. So now, how does Amazon, should I say, classify you as a new release? How does Amazon define new release, basically? All right, so this is a very simple definition, right? As long as your ASIN has launched in the past 90 days, you will be in this ladder, the new release ladder, I call it. Okay, so 90 days, right? Which is why it is so important for you to preserve your honeymoon, right? Make sure when you create a listing, set your release date far in the future and launch it only when you are ready, right? Then you have the full 90 days period to play around in this category here. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing, you have all of these products that's just released in this category for the past 90 days, right? Over here, you can see it's quite a bit because this category is quite broad as well, right? But as long as you're selling better than all of these products that's been released in the past 90 days, like this guy currently, the tactical storage bag, he has this #1 new release because he sells the best out of all the products that's been launched in the past 90 days. Clear? This is how you get the #1 new release, basically, right? And how do you get #1 here? By selling more than #2, 3, 4, 5, right? And over here is number of units. So if this guy sells 10 units a day, this guy probably sells 8 units a day. Then this guy 7, then maybe 6.8, then 6, 5, 4, 3, all the way down as the ladder goes down. Okay, so this is the first thing to understand. How do you game this system that Amazon has created? Well, #1, you have to sell a lot in your first 90 days, right? Which is what Yong got it. You have to sell a bunch to get this #1 release, and not just a bunch, but you sell more units than the remaining competitors. Okay, cool? All understand? This is how Amazon classify you worthy of the #1 new release batch. And this how this tactical camping storage bag, right? Maybe Glad can do a research on this. Sounds like a good product, right? That's how this guy got the #1 new release in this category, camping cooking utensil. Okay, and this batch is beautiful because this batch literally increase your sales as well. So it's like a snowball effect, right? The moment you push your sales, you get this #1 new release batch. Then customers look at it, they see this affirmation from Amazon. Wow, more of them will buy. And your sales will keep growing and growing and growing just in your first 90 days. And this is a very important concept to understand, right? Because I have seen a lot of sellers, I'm going back to this now, right? I've seen a lot of sellers, they take their time when they launch on Amazon, right? They take it slow and easy, test their system out, dip their toes in the water first, and see, okay, when I first launch, let's see how much can I get. I don't spend $5 a day in PPC. Let's see what I get. Obviously, you will not get a lot of sales, and thereby, you will not get this. And the other guy who understands the algorithm, who understands the system, they will immediately go very hard in the first 90 days to get this rank. And the moment they get this, their sales also increases. And thereby winning all the hundreds of other competitors out there who doesn't even know how Amazon works in the first place.